Annyeonghaseyo, Soul Stories family, welcome back. Today we are talking about the sensational new K-drama, Mary Kills People. Episode 1 opens in silence, except for a steady, calm voice on the other side of the camera. It's Choi Kang-yoon, a former star athlete, terminally ill and weary. With eyes steady, he says, "This is my choice. I feel happy and satisfied at this moment." The screen flashes to Woo So-jong, deliberate in her calm as she watches him. She pours a champagne glass, redolent of celebration, yet laced with pentobarbital for a peaceful farewell. In a whisper, she says, "It usually ends instantly." He drinks. His breath stills. But then, with a visceral gasp, he convulses. She hesitates, absorbs his fear, then gently, tragically, places a pillow over his face. Mercy, disguised as murder. The camera lingers on Dr. Choi Dae-hyun, who checks for a pulse. None. They're silent partners in this act, forbidden yet necessary. But tension crackles as they confront their supplier. Kim Shi-hyun. Turns out the drugs were diluted. A life dangled like a test, and failed. Later, the scene shifts to a beach at sunset. The fading light drapes over an elderly woman, her last wish. So-jung aids her final journey, guided by memory. With precise dosage and words of comfort, "It's your choice." The woman slips away under the golden sky, peaceful at last. Next is Choi Ye-na, a nurse at the hospital with her own burdens, her brother's medical bills. She joins the team not out of belief, but from desperation. In a cozy sunlit home, we see Jae-yeon, So-jung's bright niece, and her friend Woomi sharing giggles, almost too relaxed. Until the air shifts. They stumble into So-jung's private cabinet, unveiling rows of vials. Woomi's curiosity turns to reckless curiosity. Backstage at a ballet recital, Woomi twirls, focused, and then collapses. The music stops. A murmured scream. So-jung stiffens. This isn't fear, it's recognition. The stolen vial, now a crisis. Meanwhile, tragedy casts shadows. Assemblyman Baek, grieving his son's mystery death, demands answers. He dispatches investigator An Tae-seong, a man tethered to So-jung's life, into the investigation. They launch a cover-up hunt, eyes narrowing around So-jung's circle. Then comes Cho Hyun-yu, a delivery worker in his 30s, weakened by a brain tumor. He asks for what many fear to articulate, the right to die. The episode drifts to 2 years ago. So-jung confides in Father Yang, her faith fractured by a patient's excruciating death. She leaves behind the faith, but takes up compassion. She becomes the secret savior, even if salvation comes with a cost. Episode 2 opens in the icy stillness of a hospital room. Woomi lies unconscious, a ballet performance gone wrong. Dr. So-jung stands frozen, recognizing the alarm. This isn't just fainting, it's the vial. The secret she thought hidden is now breathing in the sterile air. She leans in, and Woomi opens her eyes, calculating, composed. "I took one of those bottles," she admits, voice shaky but not afraid. Then, "You can't tell my mother." While So-jung wrestles with ethical and maternal panic, the net tightens elsewhere. Detectives dig, Dae-hyun's shady past, Yena's crushing debts. In her sanctuary of disruption, So-jung and Dae-hyun meet an impossibly young patient. Terminal, but urgent. He has 2 weeks to live and one unfulfilled wish, to confess his feelings to a girl. And Dae-hyun quietly promises to help him fulfill that final wish. Back with Hyun-yu, the man who stakes his life, and perhaps So-jung's trust on her decision, she reaches for hope. She tracks down his former doctor. His condition, once untreatable, now has a fledgling treatment. She urges him to try it. But his eyes flash somewhere else. Resentment, betrayal. He walks away, choosing resignation over hope. At a makeshift clinic in a church, So-jung aids a patient. A violent husband crashes in, rage on his sleeve. In that moment, a familiar face appears, Hyun-yu. He intervenes decisively. In the adrenaline's wake, she treats his scratched hand. She admits, voice soft, "I want you to live." He holds that gaze and kisses her. Episode 3 opens in shadowed memories, 3 months before our story began. We see Pan Ji-hoon, once a respected detective, now demoted to traffic enforcement. He's approached by former colleagues with an offer: infiltrate Dr. Woo So-jung's world under the guise of a terminal patient. He resists. But when the names pulling the strings crest with power, he capitulates. And so, Cho Hyun-woo is born. It's not just an act. It's masterful theater. The police stage an entire home setting, familiar, warm, even comforting, to lure her into assisting euthanasia. A setup so seamless that even someone like So Jong might step into it. Then a call strikes. A notification that the real Cho Hyun-yu has died. So Jong pauses. Her world tilts. She's realizing this may not be a dying patient, but a trap. Her instincts snap into action. She spies a police van lurking just outside. In her desperation, she crushes the last remaining ampule underfoot. It's the final vial she had. Now cornered, So Jong must turn to a dangerous ally, the drug dealer Go Kwang-cheol. A chill creeps in. She's bartering her soul for survival in this world she thought she controlled. When she finally understands, it's not just Hyun-yu who is in danger. She is too. She flees into the night, while Ji-hoon watches. It's not victory he feels, but sorrow. Episode 4 unfolds with So Jong and Dae-hyun seated in quiet reflection, still lingering from the night before. In the shadows, Go Kwang-cheol, her drug supplier, holds his ground. He demands more than just chemicals. The photographic evidence he holds is leverage. So Jong's moral armor begins to crack, not just from the law, but from a man wielding fear as currency. In sterile brightness, Hyun-yu corners So Jong by her workspace. His voice is low but resolute. "Stop this or I'll have to arrest you for murder." Her heart bursts inward. Her reply is sharp, bitter. "You'll never understand." Assemblyman Baek pushes for a hospital raid, unrelated on the surface but maybe lethal to So Jong underneath it all. At a school parent meeting, So Jong encounters Ryu Lee-soo, Woo-mi's mother, and there's investigator An Tae-seong looming at the crossover of private and professional. He prods about the collapse. She deflects, just dieting. Chaos erupts back at the hospital. Kim Si-hyun, fresh from the underground ring, is brought in after a failed hit. As So Jong treats him, the cops close in. Hyun-woo bursts in. He knows who he is, recognizes him as the real Kim Si-hyun. Go Kwang-cheol's phone rings in her pocket. He's on to them. He orders So Jong to make Kim escape. She clutches scissors, cold steel against her skin, playing hostage to save herself. That's it for episodes 1 to 4, but trust me, things are just getting started. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next twists in Mary Kills People. This is Soul Stories, and see you in the next recap.